Hello, hello. How is everybody? Hello again. If I saw you earlier this morning, I don't usually stream early on Sundays, but I got my paper pumpkin and wanted to share it with folks because sometimes people are trying to make the decision before the uh, window ends. Because there's a billing on the 10th and there's one on the 20th, and some people hang out. Hello, hey Norma, how are you? Hello, Gloria L, I guess I should say, because we also have a Gloria W who hangs out at times. Hello, Alyssa. How are you? I hope everybody is doing well. It was a relatively calm week, I think, at least for me. Nothing too crazy went on, which is always nice. So it's always fun to get to do some crafting. Got some mail and then show you a new thing I've been playing with and kind of liking, so we'll see. This is, and Linux, I guess, will be hanging out until he decides not to anymore. So, about the usual. This is a card a friend sent me. So using the Country Woods paper that I own but haven't played with. Has this nice, like, patina-y blue, which I like. Yeah. You're going to have to move if you're going to do that. But it was so cute. I liked it a lot. It made me very happy. Let me see if we can't get him to move his butt a little bit. Excuse me, sir. Could you? Yeah. That's okay. It's okay for you to be there. You're not causing anyone trouble. At least not at the moment. Anyway, you got one other piece of happy mail. Yes, Lennox is here. He is helping again still. Continually. But anyway, it was fun. Ooh, this is cute. Look at that. What a cute piece of I think this is ephemera. I don't recognize that. Very cute little donkey, very Linux colored. I'm all ears. And this is. Oh, this was the summer card from the Danny's snail mail swap. Cute little created by Drew on the back. I like this a lot. This piece. This popped up? No, this is just a double layer pattern paper and then a layer of cardstock. Very nice gray. It's a warm gray. Oh look, we have a Linux. We have the cat to compare to. The cat is also a warm gray. So yeah, he is doing a job today. Anyway, I really like it. Warm grays work really well for animals, as you can see. Like cool grays tend to be more like my choice for spacey things and whatnot. So that came in the mail. And this morning we made a couple of cards. We made two cute birthday cards. This Make a Wish, which I really like this one. This one is fun. I did wind up having to reinforce the back because these paper pumpkin cards are fairly thin, and I often like a thicker card base. We did this cute. It's time for cake one as well. So that was this morning's video. If you missed it. Thanks. I liked it a lot too. It was a very fun card. I think all the cards I get are fun. But let me end our poll. Well, I'll give you one more minute. I'll showcase the potential products we will use, and I'll talk about a different one. Anyway, there's a poll if you want to do fall or summer. So, if you were watching my channel earlier I guess Friday, I was playing with these. These are new 6x6, like Mega Million shapes dies that Kendra Morgan of Cards by Kendra designed. It has a really nice hello, which is cute. And I can grab the card that I showcased already. We might use these. I think it would be fun, unless we use the paper that I already have pieces cut with, and then we can see what we have and figure that out. Let me grab the card I made, and I'll show you kind of how that all shakes out. So I made this cute little hedgy card that you probably saw a reel on. This is new ephemera from Pink and Main. I don't think they've done it before, but basically about a 50-piece pack. So not as big as Spellbinders, much bigger than Echo Park, who I think usually does about 30 piece ones. But anyway, the die cut these little banners and it cuts a stitch detail. Although I find with stitch details generally, like on pattern paper, it's less obvious. It's way more obvious if you do like a colored cardstock and then ink it. So anyway, we have that. If we go fall, we have this one. And I'll show you my favorite pattern. My favorite one in here. These are double-sided. But I really think this, where is it? Oh, these little hearts that are wood. Those are really cute. There's that. And then in the summer realm, I have this cool Outdoor Adventures, which seems very fitting with our August theme, which is, I guess I shouldn't say coming to a close. We have a bunch more, but this has a lot of more pastel-y colors. This is almost spring colors to me, but anyway, it's got some really cool papers in it. And of course, I got the ephemera because I am a big fan of getting the ephemera because it makes my life easier. If you don't like keeping these in these cello bags, which I usually don't because the cats like to get into them. Hey, Shanna, how are you? Hey, Danny. And then you can just use a binder clip. Like you can put these together and just binder clip the whole thing. You can also do that with pads like this one when they fall apart, which I should do. Anyway, woo, has some quite nice things. They stuck with sort of their similar configuration of 4 of everything. This is a really nice light one as well, and faux glitter. We do love a good faux glitter. The one I was excited about is actually this. Maps on the back. Oh, Kaiser says hello. He's fighting demons only in his mind. And this one is pretty neat too. I like the lanterns on the other side. But anyway, I will give you 1 second and then close the poll and go from there. I may have had a slight moment of weakness at Michael's today and bought more Halloween stuff. If you were privy to the decluttering phase of the channel, yeah, we were talking about how I don't need any more Halloween stuff because I never sent Halloween cards. But so if you like Halloween cards, this is the year to tell me about it. But I do like Halloween as a theme just because there's a lot you can do with it. And if your cards come out wonky, that's fine too. Let me just end the poll and see where we land. I'm pretty sure. Yes, fall won by a good margin. Oh, it was up for a while, Pam. But fall won. Unless if you would like to speak, since you didn't see the poll, if you would like to state an opinion or forever hold your peace on if you would rather do a fall or a summer theme, let me know. And we might be on a delay. Okay. So I had a few pieces of this pre-cut, if I can find them. Not really pre-cut exactly, but leftover cut. Here we go. Is leftover cut a thing? I would like to cut out another hello. So I have a square. This is a random trimming. We could actually stamp on that though, because I'm thinking yellow maybe. I'm thinking I really like the yellow with the leaves, so I might do that again. And we have a couple fun little bits. I feel like we're going to have to cut something else. So if anyone has a piece of paper they are dying to see, let me know. I'd like to cut, I think this would be neat. This has a really neat stitch detail. I think this would be neat if we cut it in a heavier cardstock and like inked it. And then maybe use this one as like a shadow layer. I haven't decided what else I want to do. This wood I'm kind of still liking. So we could do something like this and then cut another as a, cut another and then shift this as a shadow layer and do something like that. That might look kind of cute. Although then we might want to look at doing something up here. Anyway, but I think I want at least, do I want white? I don't know. I feel like this is almost more of a off-white kind of thing. Let me grab some of that. Do I have off-white? Here we go. A nice cream. Where's my... Which I think we can just trim to 6x6. And we can sort of see where we go from there. You almost when working with these kind of dies, you almost always wind up with more than you need. So that I don't think is a problem, which is why I'm doing a full cut on this. The other thing you can do, if you want, is you can always just do a partial cut of this. But I want the Starburst, which is in this set. There's a lot of bonus pieces with this thing. As you can, like, these are all not part of the die. These are all extras to play with, which is actually, I think, about the best thing about the die. Well, there are a lot of neat things about it, but to me, that's the best thing because it will make your life more easy. And if you're using a 6-inch die cutter, which is what I'm doing, as you can see, this is a hair shorter than 6 inches. But definitely when you're rolling it through, like if my wheels were here, you want to mill it through perpendicularly on this particular die because this side is prone to warping if you roll it through with too much pressure. But it comes back to normal just fine, just like any other die. Ask me how I know. And anyway, so I'm going to go slice that up, and I will just leave this here. If anyone has particular papers they would like to see, I would like to do another hello, and the hello will require a shadow layer. So if we have thoughts, my thought is I really like this yellow. But anyway, I will be back in a second once this is cut and we have our little starbursty bit, and we'll see how we go. Woo! Bubble wrap. Lots of them. Oh, an extra tip. Of course I have extra wood. Why wouldn't I? We will see how we did. Hey Dee, how are you? I know. Ha! Well, obviously, like the people who know how to do nothing don't know how to know how bad things happen. I did that thing, but I was impressed by how well I didn't break the dies. We will see. This looks quite nice. I will say, like all the 6-inch dies in 6-inch die cutting machines, these are a little fussier than some of us would like. Not through any fault of the die, but just because the machine is kind of the machine has to put a lot of so when you're rolling this through, right? Like these edges, the machine has to distribute all of its pressure on. If you have a bigger die machine, you can just twist this and run it through at an angle, and then you don't have any issues. But I have not yet upgraded to the A4 die machine. So what happens is sometimes, we have a little banner. We could ink that. Here you can see kind of what I was talking about, maybe. In real life you can. But like the stitch detail on this cream is way more apparent than it is on. So this is the same piece of the cream and the leaf pattern. You can see it much more on the cream, I think. Actually, one thing I did that was kind of fun on another live is if you have a shape like this, you can actually twist it, and then sort of what we could do is like put our focal point here, and that would look kind of neat. I probably wouldn't do it in the same color. Or obviously you could put your, oh, hello. Are you going somewhere? Sorry, talking to the cat. You could also do this to sort of, and then put your focal point over it. I might have to encourage him to move again, but we shall see. And we got a bunch, and we got the piece I really wanted cut out great. This one. Sometimes these are a little funky. If you do get a sort of a funky edge, you can either live with it or you can just trim it off just ever so slightly. But essentially, and you can also, increase the pressure on your machine. I have mine set just to defaults at the moment because I didn't want to wreck this. But this isn't, I don't know. The larger these guys do make me want an A4 machine very badly, but generally what I just do it. What I just do if one doesn't want to come off, I just wiggle it, and that'll help to get it off. And you could also just, since we're not doing anything with this piece, you could also just come in and cut it, and we can also trim this up if we want. Hey, Brian, how are you? I haven't talked to you in forever, so let us know what you've been up to, Brian. If you guys don't know Brian, he is BD Crafts More and is on a number of different design teams. I always think of, hello, Deborah, welcome. I always think of him as like a Scrappy Tales guy, but he's been on a bunch of things. Oh, yay! I am sort of getting ready for a craft fair, although it's not until December, so I've got some time. But I enjoy craft fairs a lot. So what I'm thinking is I want to over ink this with something. We could either stamp us. My thought, wherever my pieces went. This is another slight issue with. Oh, here it is. I just have it flipped over. So my thought is you could use this like a drop shadow, kind of like that. Or we could do that. I actually like it with the darker, sort of woodsy pattern. I think that would look nice. That would look nice with the wood too. We will do that. We could make a little shaker out of the since we have two of these now. We could potentially make a lid. This would be fun to. We could try it. Make a shaker out of this. I got more foam tape, so there's that. I don't know if I have acetate. Anyway, let us get all of our pieces. I did say that I wanted a hello. So let's see. I will check my scrap bin here quick. See if I have anything. Some really cute plaids. But like maybe like this plaid with a little bit of a something. Let's see. Oh, cool. Well, that's awesome. I don't know if they work in the bigger platinum. That's a good question. I can't see why they wouldn't, because when I went to a demo of a Glimmer and the person was using like a Big Shot, which is an A4 machine, and that seemed to work just fine. So I bet you could, but I have not personally done it. Oh, is my mic not on? Oh. Let me know if you can hear me, folks. Oh, okay, cool. I'm not losing my mind then. I was like, my mic looks like it's on, but I mean, sometimes things are not what they appear. What did I say? I wanted a hello. And we were. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe it was a Big Shot Plus. I never know because I don't own any Sizzix machines other than the Sidekick, and this is the Hello. And I actually like. I hope they keep this font, because this is a thicker font. It's much closer to like the Fresh Pink Sentiments sort of font weight. What could we do? Well, we have this extra piece. We could do. We could make this a fun color. But I think I still have some Delicata ink around. Let's see if I can like make this a little bit more gold because I would enjoy that. If I can find the ink I need. Because I had it out for a live stream, and who knows where it is now. Oh, goodness. It's not back there. We'll see if it is. Well, I don't think it could go too many places because it's pretty big. But I do not see it. So, I still like the idea of coloring that a bit with something. So there's more Versifying Clair I don't need. Ooh, we could use, well, this just snuck up on me. So we could use ginger, which I think would be really nice for this, to do kind of a folly kind of background color. Here we go. I'm sorry, I'm a little off camera today. Yeah, I should get a wireless mic, except I'm being kind of cheap about it. Because it kind of depending. So if I'm sitting still, it works well, but I'm good at not forgetting that I shouldn't talk when I'm not moving around. But I don't know. Definitely, the wireless mics help a lot with that. I'm not really trying to get an even blend here. I just kind of want a little something something that it looks folly. As always, if you are crafting along and doing the same thing, feel free to tag me in your posts. So I always find that interesting. Okay, I think we're pretty good. So I think I can just take this. I think I want to use this as the shadow layer. And we'll see if I can't find a nice brown or something would be nice if I have one at hand. Pure gold would be nice too. Ooh, copper. That'd be pretty. Let's do that. We haven't used copper in a while. Black matte. Oh, this one? I don't know. That's a good question. It says X&M Creations. It was the most recent. So I have a glass mat under this one, but it reflects horribly when filming anything. So I tend to use these cutting mats, which get kind of junked up. Anyway, I'll be back in a second. Let me just cut this out. And I should really clean up my desk before I get ink all over something. Let me see if I can rearrange my mic here quick. There we go. Oh, it's going to be unhappy. Okay. Hello. Okay. Okay, I think I'm back. Maybe I'm not. Looks like I might be back. Let me see if I can't make sure that my mic is my mic. Un momento. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. It's still picking me up. Goodness gracious. Oh, thanks, Brian. I never know. Sometimes, as well alluded to, if I used a mic that was actually attached to me, oh, I think this is going to be fun. It would work better. But I've been better lately at buying craft supplies than buying. Oh, I like that. That's fun. I am a fan. Than buying technical gear. So I don't know. I should probably do it at some point because there are more situations than you'd imagine where you forgot something and then they're moving around and are talking at the same time. So I don't know. It's a thing for sure. Let me get my hello glued together and then we can probably start working on the card eventually. Oh, yeah, we're doing pretty well on time. So we can probably get a couple cards out tonight. But when I put this together, you'll see just how cool this font is. And the other 2 or 3 or so of these Pink and Mane die sets I have that are sentiments are, well, I can grab one and show it to you quick, but essentially they're just very thinner script, essentially. Let me get some glue off. And with this foil, I try to get any excess glue off just because it's a little bit annoying. I'll use my very gluey block to just make sure we are all the way down. There we go. So I really like that. I mean, I like this. I think it's called bronze. It's either bronze. I think it's bronze. Anyway, this is Michael's the foil card stock. I use it all the time in the fall. But anyway, I really like the weight of this because it's very easy. Because it's thick, it's really easy to work with. And then I probably need a card. Actually, I could use up one of these. I could use up one of these card bases that I cut a while ago and then forgot about it and then recut twice. Although, we have more than one, really. Here we go. Feels like I do have two. There we go. Let me grab the bone folder from the cat as he was hanging out. But this was this is like 80 pound. But I think I want to put a mat of some sort on. This is orange. This is sort of an orangey brown. So any of these orange, anything with orange is probably going to work. Oh, let's do orange. Kind of like this. I kind of like this together. It's very tone on tone. I guess we could also do a fantastic yellow if I still have any of it left. And the leaf pattern is pretty neat too. Oh, this would be fun. I haven't worked with the acorns. The acorn would be nice too. I kind of like that. Yeah. Gloria, there should be one on the way to you. Because I think Gloria, you and Alyssa were on my list of people who definitely wanted catalogs. So it should be in the mail. If you don't have it yet, it should be there by the time it goes live at the end of the month. But if not, just drop me an email. How do we feel about? Ooh, I like this. I like this. Let's do this one. I like this one a lot. But they kind of mangled it, but this is why pads that aren't glued are better. In case you wondered, because I'll just do a standard mat, and then we'll figure out what we want to do with our hello. I mean, not that you have to do anything with it, but I think I'd like to do a little something, something. I'm just cutting this 4, and then at 5 1/4, as we do. Did I not cut that particularly straight? Let's take a quick peek. No, that looks okay. Hey, Don, how are you? Oh, I guess I should mention for the assembled folks at whatever 40-ish minutes from now, Shannon will be going live. So this should redirect to her stream once we are done. Everyone is saying hello. Oh, the green mini dot. Let's take a look at that. Wherever I put my paper. Where did that go? That is. Oh, I'll put it right here. The green dot paper. Probably really nice. Let's do one on the green dot. Ooh. Oh, that's a good call, Jam. That really pops, doesn't it? I like that. I suppose that makes sense because it's sort of a red leaning brown. I'll just cut a panel on this, and we can probably use the other one for something else if we don't wind up using it. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, that makes sense because the brown's pretty red leaning, and red and green are Christmas colors, but also direct compliments. So that makes a lot of sense. And then I'll think I'll leave a white border on this. And we can figure out what we want to do with our hello. And let's see what pieces we have. I do think something like this would be cool if then we could put some fall thing here. I mean, you could invert it too. But let's see. Oh, I forget that there's sentiments in this pack as well. But let me see. Now that's really cute. I mean, if we get rid of this, it's kind of a cheat because I'm using ephemera, but I actually really like this as like a composition because we've got our little bunny in the. Block my light, Mr. Cat. Yes. Yes, that's perfect. Now people can see things. Because the bunny and the hello are kind of in the since this is so orangey compared to everything else, I kind of like this. Maybe I will just do this because I sort of like that. What if could we use our, how would this look if we could just cut a, oh, I kind of like that. Does that make sense though? Like the bunny, I don't know if it makes sense to have the bunny sitting on a floor. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, that's a good thought. Oh, I like that better. Good call, Pam. You're thinking kind of like we could do something like this and cut it to 4. Oh, that's cute. That is cute. I like that. Let's do that. Good idea. So much easier to make cards when you can workshop them with everybody else. So I just want to kind of cut off the stitch detail, which is probably some sort of heresy, but we will survive. And then we're going to jump over here and then cut the whole thing to 4 inches. Good idea. So what we're thinking is we could do something, we could basically do something like this. That'll be cool. Okay, this is coming together. I'm thinking we might want to bump up the bunny a little bit. I feel like I would prefer if the bunny was popped up. So let's get our green down. At least we will be prepared if we need a green themed fall card in the near future. Oh, hello. This is the Cozy Critters, I want to say. It is a Pink and Main one, but I once again have misplaced my paper. But I believe this is Cozy Critters. Let's flip this so we can. I will check in one moment. It's the same as the paper pad, basically, but do I remember the specific name? No. I should actually just I should actually link things in these videos. Let me see if I can find it quick. Because it's yeah, here we go. I was right. It is Cozy Critters. And there we go. And I think these were both like $6.99 or $7.99. They were pretty good deals. I mean, I always feel that way because I like using pattern paper so much in my cards. Some people have mentioned that they don't use pattern paper at all, and I'm kind of like, oh, that's interesting. But I do feel like I had less issues with the whole I don't know what color thing should be than a lot of people, just because I do use so much pattern paper. And Somehow this is really the wrong size. So let's try to cut it the correct size. Oh, Lord. We will have to move our kitty shortly. He's moving the mouse, too. Oh, my goodness. Life with cats. If I can't pull the guard up so that we can figure out if we... This should be 4 inches. I don't know why this is... Let me see if I can figure out how... Oh, no, now it's aligned. Okay, good. It was just a little off. Let me move the cat slightly. Yes, could you scooch? There we go. Insert meme about not working with animals, but there we go. Put that guy down, and then just put our hello. I think I will put the hello flat, but I like the idea of these guys. Or this guy popped up. Although we will have to grab my new foam tape. Or maybe not if I have... I don't... Oh, I have a bunch of dimensionals. I'll just use those because they're here. But thank you, Pam. I really like the green. Like the green and the warm brown. I really like that together. This is really coming together. Let me see what I am missing. Ha! Yeah, no, that could be didn't someone do that? Someone did like I don't think it was a cat, but it was like whatever my pet touches, what like those are the things we're gonna play with. Yeah, exactly. Like you just sort of like, I guess you know, I guess you could use that as, I don't know, like that show T used to be part of. I'm spacing on the name of it, but they had like twists, but they weren't called that. I don't, but yeah, I do think you could do a fun like whatever your pet touches is going to be the thing you're going to work with. I think that would be it would be kind of fun, but also kind of terrifying, you know, like what if your cat touched? Well, and I don't know that he would understand it, but cats are also kind of colorblind, so I don't know if he understood it, if he'd be helpful or not. Let's see how this looks popped up. Yeah, I think that didn't look fun. Because then it works as like, you know, like a building or something. There, the bunny is near. And it makes more sense in my brain. Let's just get all our little release doodads off. And perhaps in retrospect, doing using the mini ones of these was not really necessary for this very large piece of ephemera, but whatever, we will survive and get our little bits and pieces over there. And then we will just round our little bunny. I think he's a bunny. There are a lot of hedgehogs in this pack too. But I see that there's also a squirrel, so I think there are a multitude. But I like this. This is super cute. And then we have plenty of stuff to make other cards. Let me see. Unique activity with rescue dogs. Oh, yeah, I think I've seen something like that. I mean, I don't know if I saw his video, but I think I've seen a similar concept where, like, or like anything my 4-year-old touches in the grocery store, we're going to have for dinner. Yeah, you could. That's a good idea, Pam. Well, that could be like your pre-roll, right? Like as like rather than doing a countdown, you could do an intro of Lennox randomly picking stuff. Yeah, I think so. Like this is very fall, but the overall composite, like it's not like I don't know. If we had used this leaf background or something, which I would have probably found kind of busy, but anyway. So we got card 1 done. I think we can get another card done in 13 minutes. And we can also cheat because I don't have to stamp anything because the thing as I'm sure I've lamented before, we do have our brown. We have plaid, we have brown, and we will figure out what we want to do with all of that. But you have some really cute things in here, like autumn blessings. This I kind of like. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, if anything. Well, it's neat, and there's also one of these. You can do that. That's kind of cool. You have two. We need to put something there. Wishing you well, I kind of like. I mean, getting rid of this stuff, but I really like this wishing you well. I like that. I like this green and the brown together a lot. We probably have a critter that could be wishing us well. If we wanted to be really obnoxiously fall, we could do a little leaf. That might look cute. Maybe. We'll see. I have a bear. I do like the bear. It's interesting all the animals are like in things. We also have like a wood slice, which we could use as kind of a spotlight. What if a thought occurs to me? I wish this was like if this was slightly smaller, like you could have it as you could do your starburst on top of the wood slice. Oh, or you could. I wonder if this would work. You could basically cover up the starburst window with the wood slice. That's kind of a neat idea. I feel like we still need a something wishing you well. I mean, with maybe I don't think we need another leaf if we have a leaf, but like I definitely want to cut a shadow layer because I feel like a dark brown here would be really nice. Or we could try and match this green. This I like, but I think you need a character. I don't know if we have a character that is that small. We do have that. That would be. How does this look? Does this look appallingly fall? Let us try it out and see. We have this other square. I'm just sort of playing around at the moment, but yeah, I don't. Like that is an idea. But because this one's stitched, I mean this one's stitched too. But I think if I have more of this brown and then did a layer behind here, that would be pretty cool. I really like that idea. Let me see if I have more of that brown. I don't think we don't really have any small critters that would be small enough for my original idea. Well, this guy might be small enough. A friendly little fox. Yeah, this guy would fit. How do we feel about that? So this is one idea. I kind of want to mat this thing in. I should see if I can find this brown because I would really like to mat this piece in brown. But just to see how this idea lays out. Hey, Annie, how are you? Welcome, welcome. It is good to see you. I have not seen you since Lala's stream. So this would look like, I'm liking this as sort of a concept. I guess I would move him down a little bit. Just so it looked like he or she or they were like standing on the bottom here. Especially if we cut that, put a darker. Yeah, I'm liking this actually. And I think we could use Jim's idea of not like killing you with fall related vibes because you could basically just leave the leaf as is. I kind of like where that's going. Let me see what is interesting. Yeah, I know my friend. My friend who lives in Texas said that their leaves just sort of like they don't turn colors. They like fall off at some point, but you don't really have the fall thing. Let me see if I can find that paper I want. If not, I'm sure I have a dark brown something. Yeah, and I forget. I think I told you this story. Before, but one of my friends from Taiwan, his parents were visiting, um, in the fall, and it was the first time they had seen snow. Although we had gotten a very, I think you had said that you had perceived it while traveling once, but my friend's parents were not a fan of snow. They were perfectly happy to not have snow regularly. Do we have our pearlescent around somewhere? Okay, we can make it. Hey, look, we have a card base. That's convenient. I'd like it in darker brown, though. Why must everything not be exactly the color I would prefer it to be? Ooh, that's nice. Here it is. I found this is the exact brown. This is really cool. I think I got this from Amazon a million years ago, but it's pearlized brown, which I really like. Anyway, I should figure out that's the same thing these squares are cut out of. Well, what color card base do I want? Hmm. I guess probably a brown card base. That makes sense in my brain anyway. Or craft, which I don't. Well, I have some craft. And weirdly, the Hobby Lobby craft is really nice. I'm thinking, how do we feel about this whole thing against craft? Ooh, I like it. Not that anyone. If you have been here in previous autumns, the idea that I would like craft anything is probably not surprising to you. But um, so all we have to do is cut this at 5.5. Probably need a. This is really nice. I don't know if it reads on camera, but this is very textured in real life, and the Hobby Lobby version is textured as well. I'm less a fan of the Michaels one because it basically looks like thin chipboard, which is fine, but not my ideal. And the thing about working with craft is you're gonna probably wind up putting an inside piece in. And if you're like me and don't tend to cut card bases evenly, just figure out which side. Actually, this one is really good, but whichever side overhangs more is basically going to be the front. But I think this is coming together in my brain. Yeah, like I think this is going to look really nice. It'll be subtly different. And we could use one of these other Senate. We could maybe use. What does this look against? Where my cream went? whatever you want to card. This is not cream. This is cream. Ooh, that looks nice. I'm thinking maybe doing a cream inside piece, and then maybe we can stamp. We could either stamp something on this or ignore this entirely and just use. Oh, thinking of you would be cute. That would be nice. Oh, and that would bring the green inside. Okay, we might have to do that. Anyway, let me catch up on as they're talking about the magic of fall. Yeah, it's true. Like I enjoyed the time I traveled to California in the winter because, obviously the winter in the Midwest is very wintry. And it was nice going somewhere where it was like a season people look forward to. I need another piece of cream. I really shouldn't need another piece of cream, but the other one I think disappeared on me somewhere on my desk that I will find shortly after I finish streaming, I'm sure. But yeah, I don't know. Like perceiving seasons in different places is interesting. Although, I don't know, you'll have to let me know, Lala. Like in climates that don't get snow, like it's interesting because like the conception of cold is very different in that like people are kind of you know like 70 degrees might be cold depending on where you are. Oops. What do we have? Oh, it's our card. It's our inside card piece. But let me stop dawdling and see if I can get my card together so that we don't. Oh, I do need to cut a. We need to figure out how big that starburst is so we can cut a layer. But I'll get the. We can get the base parts of this card together now and then work on that. There we go. We have an extra one, so we can see this is. We need a 3x3 square. The interesting thing with these 6x6 dies is really that because they're always a hair shorter than reality, it's like you can cut layering pieces that are like actually a easy to remember dimension. When it goes down to 10C, yes. I mean, I can see that. I mean, that kind of seems reasonable to me, though. That would still be I would still consider that cool. Uh-oh. I thought I almost had a craft avalanche, but not. Let me move my little Foxy person for a moment and just see how this looks. Oh, this is gonna look great. This is gonna be. I think I'm gonna like this card. Not that there are cards I don't like, but fall and nature things, especially cute nature things, are really my jam. So I am very much into this season. It's be a little finickier to dry, just because. Just gonna give that a second. Because I'm gluing pearlized cardstock to like semi-gloss cardstock in the pattern paper, it just takes a little bit longer for it to pop up. And if I have a scrap piece, which I bet I do somewhere, do I see it? I don't see. Oh, here we go. Like this little corner we cut off of our first card, you can use that to kind of pump this up so that they'll prevent the middle from sagging, which I don't know that you would notice in this particular card, even if it happened, but I don't know. It's always a good idea. Because it keeps your layers level, essentially. We just need glue around the edge of our wood slice, and then I can put some right here. And then this has kind of a flat side, so I'm going to try and keep that down, but I also want to make sure that the whole, starburst part is covered. And because we were adding so many layers here, we really don't need to pop this up with foam as much, I don't think. Just catching up with you guys. Yeah, I mean, I think the snow in the Northwest, I don't know. It's weird because I know Danny's commented on some of the winters in like the Great Plains being, I mean, probably more severe than what we get in Wisconsin. And I think we can just, oh, I'm liking how this is looking. And I think I'll just keep using glue because it's been doing pretty well for me today. Just going to go down to like the third little speckled line and then grab my sentiment quick and make sure, yeah, I like that. That looks good. And I will just glue this guy down. Hopefully not upside down. That would probably be unideal. Although, forget if it was last week or the week before we made an upside down card. So that one I still need to correct. Oops. Just going to get my inside piece glued in. And then I think I'm going to use this Thinking of You on the inside because I think that would be kind of neat. There we go. And then you can't use a glue eraser to do the thing I do with my fingers. The glue eraser is a lot safer, especially if you've been handling ink. I think we could just do the Thinking of You, and then maybe a little leaf. I kind of like the little leaf with the maybe like that. I kind of like that. So I think I will do that. Oh, hey, Linda, how are you? We were talking about fall and winter, which has not hit here in Wisconsin yet, but I had to pull up and ask people if they were interested in doing a summer theme or a fall theme, but we are doing a fall theme. And I'm playing around with Kendra's New Dies, which is where some of these pieces came from. But this is, if you couldn't tell, this is my random musings as opposed to an actual sketch. But anyway, I think we are nearly at the top of the hour, a little after the top of the hour. So let me just show you the cards we made, and that will give everybody, including me, time to grab a little snack and get on over to Shanna's channel. This should redirect whenever I end the stream, if you're on YouTube. I think we're just on YouTube today. I always forget I've been doing more things on other platforms. But anyway, this is the hello. This hello is from one of Kendra's die sets. And then the this piece is actually, sorry, that's a lie. This piece is actually this piece from the other one in the series just cut down. So there's a top and bottom stitch detail, but there's no other ones. And And then this is Cozy Critter. All the paper and the ephemera are both from Cozy Critters from Pink and Main. Same here. This is all ephemera, basically. I used one of the other pieces that we cut with the die, and then the wood is in that pack. And then I just decorated the inside as well. So that's what we got up to. We got our, oh, thanks, Linda. We got our fall on. So there's going to be lots of fall to come, I'm sure. But I am impressed. The interesting thing about this ephemera is it's very like the Spellbinders in that it's matte. So some of the other ones I worked with recently have been more glossy. So it's kind of interesting. It definitely makes it sort of, I don't know, it sits more in the card as opposed to being like super duper the focus. And I like all these cute little critters doing cute critter things. But anyway, I don't think there is a ton of new and special other things to talk about. Tuesday, which is when I usually do my scripted videos, is Also Inspired Day. So pop on over to Call Me Crafty Al's channel. There's a whole playlist, and you can see what me and other people did with a very interesting theme. And I don't know, it was a really cool. I actually really enjoyed this week. Well, this month. I mean, I always do, but I always like the inspiration kind of things. Thank you all for the chat. Thanks for coming. I always like seeing you on a Sunday because this used to be sort of the Schmondays time of the week, and now it's fun to get to do something a little bit different. But I do think we should look into a mic that's better when I'm moving around and doing things as opposed to sitting at the desk. Anyway, Lennox is very interested in the silicone sheet right now. Anyway, Lennox says good night, as do I. I will catch you over on Shanna's channel, and I hope everybody has a fantastic start to your week.